Hi guys, tonight we're going to tie another, I suppose it's a classic streamer, which is an adaptation of a wet fly. It's called the Mcginty. This is a vintage Gaelic Supreme streamer hook in a size 8, and what we're going to do is use black tying thread for this. So I tied with the idea of a bigger hook on it, but because it's because it has a squirrel wing and the body is almost like a wasp with chenille, I thought it was probably suited better to a smaller style fly. So take this back until we're sort of towards the barb of the hook. The tail is red hackle fibres, so what I'm going to use here actually is the tip of a dyed red golden pheasant breast feather, because that should be easier controlled. I'm going to tie that in and then pull it forward. Once it's pulled forward, I'll tie it back to the position I want it in, and then I'm going to tie over my tag end of the tail, fold it back, and that's just to create a nice level body for tying the chenille on. So chenille, this is alternate bars of black and yellow. So in the true sense of the word, if you were to do alternate, you'd probably wrap each section individually. You see, I stripped a little bit of the core there, and then I'm going to tie back on that naked core to the rear of the hook. So I think what I'm going to do is to wrap one and then wrap the other into it at a space. So I'm just going to tie that off but not cut it. Do we see how that looks? So then we can take the black and wrap that in. Yeah, that seemed to work. So at this end what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strip the core a little bit. Just to make the tie-in less bulky. Okay. So essentially we have alternate black and yellow bars there. As I said, you could have wrapped a turn of yellow, then tied it off, then tied a turn of yellow, etc., which would probably give you a more perpendicular section, but I think this works okay. So the wing, natural grey squirrel, so we'll take out a bunch of that. I'm going to grab it by the tips and pull out all this short rubbish, basically. If you want, you can put that into a hair stacker, and then I'm going to measure that out. Now again, this is up to yourself what length. I'm probably inclined to go more long. I'm just going to trim that off once I've it measured, and then before I tie it in, I'm going to add a little bit of varnish into those tie-in points. set it up for length. Tie that in. So that's it as a tail length wing. As if you want, you could cut off another few mil of that there and have the wing sort of out to this length, or the length of the shank. Up to yourself. And then the hackle on this one is a natural red game cock hackle. So I'll take one of those and strip it from the base, and then I'm going to double over the hackle, nip out the tip, tie it in by the very end of the tip, and then my fingers are going to be in the way, but there's a reason for that, because I'm using my fingers to fold back the stock, keep it aligned as we wrap. I'm going to tie that in. Fold it back and tie over it. To trim that off. Preen that all back. And finish off our fillet. Couple of half hitches or whip finish tool, whatever you do yourself. I was just taught to do it with my fingers. Trim that off, and then we're going to varnish that with clear varnish. Okay, so there we have the Mcginty streamer wet fly, a traditional US wet fly or streamer, and thanks for everybody for watching. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel as well, please. The more the merrier. And until next time, thanks for watching, and tight lines.